Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. Although Britain has delayed its response to allegations that Syria's government employed the use of chemical weapons in an attack last week, President Assad's forces appear to have evacuated most personnel from Security Command headquarters in central Damascus in preparation for a Western-led military strike. The rampant drive for a strike, however, met with failure on Wednesday when the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council failed to reach an agreement that would authorize the use of military force against Syria, and United Nations Secretary General Moon stated that UN investigators within Syria should be allowed to finish their work before any decisions are made, a move that could strike a blow to any Western-led aggression. The government of Argentina is denying that police used rubber bullets and tear gas in order to quell large protests this week when demonstrators gathered in opposition of an oil development project that some say will forever ruin the Amazonian Yasuni National Park. With a rising number of people pressed into destitution each day, Columbian, South Carolina has voted by unanimous decision to criminalize homelessness by declaring it an illegal act that can be punished with time in jail. Necrotizing fasciitis, or what is more commonly known as the flesh-eating disease, is spreading in the capital of Sweden, where doctors and hospital staff have recorded an alarming spike in the number of cases in recent years. Although total reported cases remain low, doctors are reporting an alarming jump in cases between 2010 and 2013 and are warning hospitals around the nation and the world to beware of the disease, which is characterized by an extremely aggressive bacteria that in some cases can turn fatal within a 24-hour period. Colombia's finance minister has offered a deal to striking farm and agricultural workers after more than a week of large-scale demonstrations brought most of the country's farming and food production to a grinding halt. The strikes have caused basic food prices to double in some towns, while thousands of tons of produce are rotting or being thrown away in more than 5 states after truck drivers refuse to deliver orders, afraid to be stopped by angry protesters through the streets. And to wrap things up, a fire is suspected of causing a power outage in Brazil that left 8 states and some 10 million people without power for several hours on Wednesday. A new study shows that nearly 9 million U.S. citizens cannot sleep without prescription sleep medicine. Scientists have grown a miniature brain using stem cells. The Tanzanian government vowed to end child labor in gold mining, and a 4.9 in Alaska completes today's relatively quiet Quake Watch. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by SHTFplan.com, where even the officials go for news, and SQmetals.com for all your precious metal needs.